Good evening, everyone, all the way from Thailand. It's been a long 4 months of traveling, but I'm officially back here for the Rains Retreat. For those who've been following me for a while, you know that every single year for Buddhist monks in Southeast Asia, we enter what it's called a Rains Retreat for 3 months. It stems from long time ago in the Buddhist time where the monks were walking from village to village because at that time they were traveling. During that rainy season, then they would walk on the crops and unintentionally destroy the crops of the villagers. Also, then they would unintentionally harm the insects and the animals as they were walking across it. This created problems with the lay people. They complained about it, and then there was a rule set down by the Buddha that says, for this rainy period, stay in one place and you do not have to travel, and that way you can come back to your practice. And with that tradition, we still keep it as of today. What that looks like is, for myself, I travel with Venerable Michael. We have a lot of work also. We have so many projects around the world and we love what we do. But for this period, it's especially important because take time off. Come back to your practice for 3 months and focus on that. So for us, what does this Rains Retreat look like and what are we focusing on? And this is what I wanted to talk about today. But for us, the main point is come back to your meditation practice. This is the first one. As we get busy throughout our days, throughout the year, then meditation can be impacted. But in this period when the work is secondary, meditation is first. Come back to sit more, come back to sit longer, and then we put that focus back on this practice. So our hours get a little bit longer. We take more time to meet with our mentors and our teachers and make it really a focus. So coming back to investigate this part. A second thing that we focus on during the Rains Retreat is we take time to come back to the teachings, to come back to the wisdom. And this is so important in Buddhism because with wisdom, you may think you understand it, but it's deep. It's so deep and it's so endless, and that's also the beautiful part of it. Whatever you know or think you know, come back to the text. Come back to reread your notes. Come back to listening to your teaching monks, rereading the books, taking time to reflect and analyze. Is what I know accurate? Is what I know, can I go a little bit deeper? And we get to ponder and stay in this kind of environment, and it feels great. Take the worldly pressure off of yourself for this time. The projects that you have, like I said, take a pause. Come back to yourself. Come back to this wisdom. So again, first one is our meditation practice. The second one is coming back to review the wisdom. And for me, there's a bit more because I'm having to review my chanting because there is a lot. Sometimes we will forget and to brush up on that again. We continue to do our morning chanting, our evening chanting, our blessings, the ceremonies that we have to do. Keep reviewing because we'll forget. And then also for myself is coming back to learn Thai because since I'm not Thai, a lot of the wisdom is in the Thai language here. Then I have to review learning how to read, learning how to write, speaking more clearly, and that is a constant practice. It takes time, but I'll keep going. But that's another thing that I'm focusing on this time. And then the last aspect of what are we doing during this Rains Retreat and coming back to ourselves is take time to reflect. This for me is quite important because we need to come back to assess how have you been? And also, what have you been doing? For me, I left my whole world back in California to come pursue this lifestyle. I love to come back to the original intent of what does it mean to be a Buddhist monk? How am I living as a Buddhist monk? And our goal and our task is to purify our mind, to get rid of the anger, the greed and delusion more and more each time through our meditation practice, through keeping our discipline, through learning. And for me, I want to come back and reassess. How attached am I to things out there? How attached am I to my projects? How are my habits of my thought, my speech, and my action? And really come back to sit with myself. This is something that takes time, so I don't put any pressure on me, but with the skill of neutral observation from my meditation, let's look and let's reflect and let's contemplate in the most neutral, compassionate, and kind way. So just look at my life very accurately, and then from there, just see where I'm slacking off. Okay, let's tweak that. Where I'm doing too much, let's tweak that also and bring everything back to this alignment. So it's beautiful because we have that embedded into our schedule naturally, and the environment supports this space. So then coming back to all of you, okay, what is the point and how does this relate to me? But why I wanted to share this video is you're in the same space where you have a lot of work and you have a lot of activity. So with whatever schedule that you have, if possible, use the inspiration from our lives and take time to retreat. Take time to come back to your own meditation practice. If you have one, strengthen it. Wonderful. If you don't have one, let's continue to build this. Just start with 5 minutes. Every single day, just sit with your eyes closed. Allow all the dirt and the debris and the emotions that are heavy for you. Let it settle. Let it settle and let it clean and let it clear. Also then come back to learning. Learning about yourself, learning about ways that you can improve your lives and your habits. Again, that's through reading, through watching these kind of videos, through asking of your teachers, but take time to come back to study yourself, and then also then reflect. Be alone, be by yourself and contemplate and have that time to reflect of, are you going in the right direction? Again, we go so fast and we're taught to just go speed and be productive. But we never take the time to see, wait, after doing this for 3 years and 4 years, am I even going in the right direction, or am I just doing this just because I'm doing it at this point? So take time and come back to do that work. The next thing many people will ask me is, okay, Venerable Nick, I don't have 3 months. And my response to you is, look at your own life and see what works for you. Maybe that's half a day, maybe that's 1 day to retreat, maybe that's a weekend, maybe that's a month, or if you do have the luxury of time, maybe you can do it for 3 months. So see what works for you, but just take the skeleton, this concept, this framework, and apply it to your own life. But as always, I hope this is helpful. I'm taking time for myself as well, and I just wanted to share this merit, this good deed with all of you, and all of us together, let's keep going. So take care, everyone. Satu, I hope this is helpful.